Consequence. Consequence takes time to manifest. All the consequences that will be happening, from death, illness, disease, war, all the consequences that will happen have already been created and set in stone. There are many, many consequences ranging on a personal level with your own body to the bodies of others, and of course, all of us collectively together. Many of these consequences are a guarantee to manifest. That no matter what we made now, they're going to have a consequential effect. So the question is not whether we can avoid the consequence, but whether we can stop creating more. Because if we continue acting out, behaving in the same way that created the consequences that we will face, then we will simply be creating more consequences to face, the same consequence to face again. Do you think it's about time that we change the way we act, the way we behave, who we are? Depends. Do you like consequence? So, there's two routes for us to take. One, on the one hand, the change, the individual personal change that you walk through with us within awareness as a group, Desteni. That's what we do. Study the mind in all levels and all details, and sharing that, all the results as they come up, for betterment, so that those who walk after us have a much easier time. On the other hand, you have the living income, which will prevent the consequence of a complete destruction of society and humanity. So on an individual level, you need to walk your process so that you're able to even decide and even see how living income is needed, and even to be able to stand for such a position in the world. Because you cannot even direct a single thought. How do you expect to direct the world? How things work, how money works? You can't really expect that, can you? So we need to walk, on the one hand, process, individual change, and simultaneously, on the other hand, introducing and creating an economic solution that will empower and enable the individual human to at least have a good chance, each one to have a good chance to create this world into something to be proud of, and be worth living for every single child. Every single child will have that opportunity to live their utmost potential. And realize too that even with installing an economic solution such as living income, that consequences will still arise, because that's part of the result of when you do something. There's a consequence. But the good news is that in the future we are planting a seed that will grow into a wonderful tree, and that there will be a day and a time, if we so dare to make it so, there will be a day that our consequences will finally end, finally run its course. Will all will be paid in full, and that is worth living for, creating, so that living income may not be our saving grace, but may it be before our children or our children's children. And that's how this reality could get sorted out. The other option is we destroy ourselves. So we either live for humanity, life everywhere, life as what it means, life, meaning we think more than just our individual self, that we recognize life and that value, or we don't, and we'll never know what that means. So, there's no real choice in this, is there? You only have one choice. The smart choice or the stupid choice. The red pill or the blue pill. Sounds kind of silly. They call it a choice now, doesn't it? So, see you if you make the smart choice. Otherwise, I won't. Bye.